What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hey, Dominique, Lock Queen, Xavier. Hey, Xavier, where you been the last couple of days? You been out there working? Schoolwork got you. Hey, L Love. That's my boo. Hey, little baby. I know I ain't seen you, but I know where you been. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Yana, how you feeling? Hey, Travel Love, Yana, one of my members. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Creator Diva. What's going on? Let me text Evie. I ain't see Evie. Let me make sure she got the notification. Because you know, YouTube be tripping. And let me share this live so people know we here. All right, we here. All right, y'all. Oh, it's more people in the room. What's up, Juggernaut? Hey, babes. You was traveling. You were in Boston. Okay. Isn't that where you're originally from, Boston, right? I mean, not to tell all your business, but I thought that's what you said. It's been hump day, kicking your butt all over the place. Glad to finally relax a little. I know, listen, I've been up since 7 this morning, and I know that don't sound like a big deal, but y'all know I've been on vacation mode. So I didn't go to bed until after 2 because I was taking my damn braids out. I didn't think it was gonna take me that long, but the way those because I had like the goddess locks, and they wrap it around your hair, and then it was like wrapped in layers, and oh my gosh, it took me forever. And then I cut my hair. I didn't mean to, but when I got to the hairdresser today, she was like, "You cut your hair." I was like, "Damn it, I done cut my hair." So listen, it was a lot. Okay, it was a lot. So I came home and took a nap. So I just woke up a few minutes. I wasn't gonna go live, but then I was like, nope, because I'm probably not going live the rest of the week. I probably won't be able to go live again until Sunday, if that, because y'all know my sister's getting married. Tomorrow's the bachelorette party. Friday's the rehearsal dinner. Saturday is the wedding. So I said, no, I'm gonna go ahead and get him. I'm supposed to be at a meeting tonight, and I ain't there. I know Regina gonna pop her head in and cuss me out, but I just ran out of steam. I just couldn't do it. I ran out of steam. What's up, Tracy? Thank you, Lock Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Keisha? How are you? Can I drop the membership link? Yes. Little baby, can you drop the membership link for me, please? And thank you for asking. Mwah. Yes, honey, this is my wedding hair. It's rolled kind of tight right now because we said that by Saturday it'll fall a little bit more. This is the first time I've gotten a roller set in a long time, honey. It was a lot. I said, I ain't got no roller set in forever. And listen, me and my mom go to the same hairdresser. So when I got there, my mother was getting her hair done. I said, what you doing here? Going into surgery at 7 a.m. Okay, y'all, we all gonna, if you know the word of God, please make sure that y'all are saying a prayer for Yana, either when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed tonight. Please and thank you. What's up, Derica? Mwah, how are you? You in Atlanta? Okay. What's up, y'all? I don't need to come off of vacation mode. No, I do not. Actually, I have to go to work tomorrow. So I have to be at work tomorrow at 8:00. I have to go up to my job tomorrow and do some stuff, and I'm gonna be there all day. So I ain't off vacation mode yet, but so I'm going straight from work to where we're having the bachelorette party to set up and get everything in order. So yeah, it's like boom, 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 boom. Oh, you took your oldest. Oh, she's starting her sophomore year. Oh, to be back in high school. Sophomore means educated fool. So please be patient with her this year because they don't know no better, child. They don't know no better. Them sophomores don't know no better. Little baby, I'll tell you privately where you been. There's the membership link right there. If anybody, thank you, Miss Vina, for asking. I think that's the link. Even if you're an iPhone user, I believe so. But don't quote me on that because I'm honestly not sure. I have an iPhone, and usually when I want to become a member, I have joined from the link before because Lady Nika just turned on her membership, and I joined from the link she dropped in the chat. So I was able to do it from the link. But I always the other people that I just go to their page. I just go to their YouTube page. But that link should work for you. Don't say good, Mr. Retired Military, sir. You on vacation mode every day. Don't do me. Yes, you can also join by clicking on the super chat button. If you click on the dollar sign at the bottom of my chat, it'll give you the option of joining the membership. It's not working on the YouTube app, child. Listen. Hey, Zara. Hey, babes. Zara, I hope we answered your questions yesterday. I understood where you were coming from, and I'm not saying I necessarily disagree with the point you were making. I hope I did address it, though. I hope I addressed what you were trying to get across, what you were trying to say. So, yeah. And y'all know I had to get my color done because, baby, that gray hair is not playing. At first, I used to just get one or two little strands right here in the front. Baby, I got a whole pat coming, a whole little like Morticia like streak coming in. I said, the devil is a lie. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not as long as dye exists. No, ma'am. My sophomore year was my least favorite year, both in college and in high school. Let me see. Was it my shoot? My sophomore year in college was the year I got hit by a car, so that probably wasn't my most favorite year either. Child. I had to have surgery and some more stuff. So, yeah, that probably wasn't my most favorite year. Hey, Miss Honey. How you doing, babes? All right, y'all got a lot of stuff to get into. That's another reason why I came live. There's a lot of stuff going on. First of all, apparently, Jadakiss is wanted for murder because apparently he murdered Dipset last night at the versus lock. I mean, at the Locks versus Dipset versus. Apparently, he murdered them. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. Okay, I didn't watch it. I always liked the Locks. I could live without Dipset, so I didn't care. But I have always respected the lyricist that Jadakiss is. So, when I surprised or shocked at all of the memes and stuff this morning, I woke up to. And I looked at some of the clips. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't gone back and looked at the whole thing. I've looked at some of the clips, but I am not surprised. Who was surprised? I mean, anybody that knows anything about the Locks and know anything about Dipset, who is surprised that Jadakiss was killing them last night? And he was like, he showed up for war. Like, he wasn't even playing with them. Y'all. Hey, China White, what's up? Keep it cute, Miss Bay. Look at all my members in the room lit up in green. Hey. Yes, I was like, okay, Jadakiss, but the couple of clips I looked at, I was like, yeah, he didn't come to play with y'all. Hey, Bap, where you been, boo? I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, he didn't come to play. He did not come to play with them. I was like, yes. So I'll probably at some point go back and look at it, but I wasn't, like I said, I like the Locks, Dipset, you know what I mean? So, oh my gosh. 11 dead and 13 injured in Texas crash linked to human trafficking. Oh my goodness. I pick up my phone and that's what popped up on my screen. Good Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I didn't even talk about it or nothing like that because it just, At first, really, I thought you meant a killer. Right. Listen, that's what I read. It's funny because I said that because I read a tweet where it was like, he really was, it was a tweet that was like, there's a warrant for Jadakiss's arrest, but like, they did the whole thing. And so I thought it was funny. So that's why I said that, because apparently, yeah, child, Jim Jones fell off the stage. He should have just stayed there. This is how you knew they were in trouble. Listen, Dipset should have packed their shit up and went home when they couldn't decide who should go first, which I have no idea why y'all ain't flipped a coin, play rock, paper, scissors or something before y'all came on stage to figure out who was going to go first. But neither here nor there. When Jadakiss said, well, I don't live in Miami. This is my home. And he proceeded to start. That's probably when you should have just said, maybe this isn't for us. When the first thing out his mouth was he called you out for the fact that you don't even really live in New York and this was supposed to be a New York versus New York battle, that's probably when you should have just said, maybe not today. Maybe this is not for us today. Thank you, Lauren. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not for us. Did Jim Jones have a song that was popular outside? Listen, I don't know. The only song I know is Ballin'. And I know Cameron had a couple of songs. Outside of that, I don't know them people. But again, here's the thing, y'all. I accept the fact that after a certain point in hip hop, I kind of checked out of like stuff that wasn't on the radio. Like when I was younger, thank you, Derica. When I was younger, I grew up on in high school, I knew the B-sides. I knew I had tapes, because yes, they were tapes. I had like bootleg tapes that people had made at concerts, and I had all that shit, right? At a certain point, I checked out of probably after college, because college was the era of soundtracks. Everybody had like a hot soundtrack. All the movies had hot soundtracks in the 90s when I was in college, right? And so you know all of those songs from the soundtracks, right? They weren't necessarily radio hits, but they were on the soundtrack for that song, for that movie, and you was like, yeah, I knew that from the soundtrack. Yeah, I know that song from the soundtrack. Probably after soundtracks stopped being as hot, I kind of checked out. So I accept the fact that people like Dipset are going to have songs that I have no idea. So that's why I'm just be like, that's not my era. When it comes to certain things, I just be like the Soulja Boy Bow Wow battle. I know one Soulja Boy song. One. And so I accept the fact that that's just not my era. So I just keep moving. I just keep moving. Listen, I was already teaching when Ballin' came out. I remember my kids singing it in class. So that just ain't my era. Okay? I remember Cameron getting robbed here in DC at Howard's homecoming. I was a full grown adult. So all the Dipset members have songs, but nothing would have helped in that slaughtering last night. Okay? Cameron had that Hey Ma song that made me want to turn off all my devices. But I know more. I could probably name more Cameron songs than anybody else in Dipset. First of all, I only know, and maybe this lets you know what I don't know. I only know Jim Jones, Cameron, and Jules Santana. I don't even know nobody else from Dipset. And I don't even know a Jules Santana song. I don't know him. I know who he is, but I don't know. I could not. Listen, if somebody called me right now and said, we got $1 million if you could name a Jules Santana song and you can't Google it, I would just be out $1 million because I couldn't tell you. I could not name one. Nothing. Nada. Yeah, the soundtracks were everything in the late, like in the 90s, yeah. And don't get me wrong, soundtracks been around. We know that the Claudine soundtrack is nice. You know, Superfly. We know the Shaft. Like, I'm not saying that they're new. I'm just saying them 90s movies, those soundtracks in the 90s hit something different for me. Right. I couldn't name you a Jules Santana song. He had that whistle song. Again, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you mean when you say that whistle song. See, I know Whistle as a group from the 80s, a rap group in the 80s. Y'all probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Y'all probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Only Dipset song I know is the remake and remix of Master P, About It. I didn't even know they had done that. Didn't know they did that. When his wife got punched in the face. Right. That's all. Right. I know Jules Santana more because of his wife and Love and Hip Hop New York than I know anything about his music. Like, I promise you I do. Yeah, the Sparkle soundtrack was a good one too. I can't get past You Got Hit by a Car When You Were in College. Oh yeah. Didn't I tell that story? I feel like I told that story in a story time. I mean, maybe I need to redo my story times. I feel like I did a story time about me getting hit by a car in college. That'd be a members only. I'm gonna get back to my members only story times. That'll be a members only story time. What we had one the other day. It was me getting hit by a car is one. What was the other one, Abby? I said I had to do it as a story time. What was it? It was something. It was something else in college. I feel like. Listen, listen. College was like a tale of two cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Okay, I had all kinds of shit going on in college. I feel like there was something else that came up the other day, and I said I would do it as a story time. I'm gonna have to write these down. Teddy is I haven't talked to him today. Oh, I do need to call him today. He's okay. He's processing. He's okay. Well, when I say he's okay, it's relative, but he's processing. You were in the 8th grade when Ballin came out. See, Cameron, I was already a grown ass adult working a full-time job. Okay, I was teaching school. I was already teaching, and it wasn't my first year. It was early. It was like maybe my second or third year teaching. It wasn't my first year teaching, but yeah. Oh, that's it. Let me write this down before I forget. The time I was almost on Sally Jesse Raphael. Hold on. Let me see. Let me write this in big letters so I don't forget. Story time. Abby says she'd remember that. Okay. I'm just going to write hit by car. Sally Jesse. Child, yes. I'll remember from that. Based on that, I'll remember. You were in college when Ballin came out. Oh, I was only radio rap listener. I'm sure R&B and easy listen. Oh, I'm more R&B. Yeah, I mean, I grew up on hip hop. So when I was, younger, I loved it. I just don't like this stuff. I still listen to certain things, but if you give me the choice, I'm gonna listen to some old school. I'm just old. What can I say? All right, let's get into some other stuff, child. Let's get into some other stuff. Okay. So let's get into a couple of updates. It was revealed today that Simone Biles, on top of dealing with her mental issues and the other things we've already discussed, she also had her aunt unexpectedly died while she was over in Tokyo. Now, I don't know how she found out because I feel like the family probably would have tried to hide that from her. But Facebook, social media, people put stuff up even if the family asked people not to. And I'm pretty certain that her family said, listen, Simone needs to focus. Please don't put this information out. And I'm sure, again, I don't know the whole story. I look forward to Simone giving a tell-all interview. I don't know if she's going to talk to Gayle or Oprah, but I feel like Simone is going to give one of them a really good sit-down, hour-long Super Soul Sunday style interview. Simone gonna fly out to Oprah's house down to the Santa Barbara, because Oprah don't go to nobody no more. They all come to her. Okay, if y'all noticed that, have y'all noticed that them last couple of interviews that Oprah does, don't nobody come to her? I mean, she don't go to nobody. They come to her. You noticed that, right? Even Prince Harry and Meghan. Now, mind you, they live down the street. All they had to do was get in their golf cart, but it don't matter. They came to her. Right. But I look forward to that. I feel like, thank you, Sparkle. I feel like I really feel like she's gonna sit down and tell her story. And I think once we get all of the details, because somebody was and shout out to the person in my comments who tried to explain to me about the ADHD medicine situation. I still don't understand. I understand what they were saying to me. They were trying to explain that Japan banned the medicine that she uses. And this is the part I don't understand. And let me tell you why. Hey, El Teddy, people have been asking about you. I'm glad that you're here. People have literally just asked about you. So I'm glad you popped your head in. And I'm gonna give you a call when I get off here. I've been running all day. So I'll give you a call a little bit later, check in on you myself. But El Teddy said, please just keep praying for him, y'all. He said, please just keep praying. This is the part I don't understand, though, y'all. And I understand what you're saying when you say, oh, Japan banned her medicine. Two things I don't understand about that. The first one I don't understand is if it's basically just ADHD meds, why were they banned? And is she the only person on the whole, out of the whole Olympics that's taking this particular medicine? And two, if her team knew that certain medicine she wasn't going to be able to take, it seems to me like that would have been something that, again, I don't know, because on top of you not being able to take the medicine to fix what it is that the medicine is for, there's side effects from withdrawals of you not taking it. So I'm not saying that y'all are wrong, because I just haven't read it myself. If you read it somewhere credible, I can't say it's wrong. It just doesn't make sense to me. They've had bans by doping agencies. So but I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I just want the details. So Japan banned it, but the Olympics didn't? And so are they saying that the Olympics has banned this particular medicine, but it's not banned in the World Gymnastics Association? I don't know. They're considered performance enhancers because they give you focus. So then my question is, and again, I know I'm going left. But again, then what I don't understand is, did they not know this? And what was the contingency plan? See, I just got questions. That takes me down a hole. That just takes me into a whole rabbit hole. And I'm not shifting the blame and blaming Simone Biles or her team. I'm just saying that just adds another layer for me. I don't know. But I look forward to the interview, because I feel like once she gets home and she recuperates, I'm saying within the next 2 months. Within the next 2 months, I feel like within the next 2 months we're gonna get a update. But I don't know. That's just me. I have known of track athletes who've gotten suspended by doping agencies because they take ADHD meds. Right. I've heard about that in the past, but I haven't heard anything about that recently. But again, I don't follow. Well, hello, Tatted and Fluffy. Simone Biles' ADHD medicine is banned in Japan, but a Tokyo 2020 exemption allowed them for athletes. So okay, thank you. Thank you for looking that up, Tatted and Fluffy, aka Abby. That's the only thing. And again, I'm not saying that people who were reporting that were wrong. It just didn't make sense to me that we hadn't heard that wasn't like a headline story. Because it seems to me like that would have been like the very next story after she's withdrawing for mental health issues. Oh, well, her medicine wasn't allowed. And I've heard it through y'all. Not to say that y'all wrong, because y'all be giving me some good stuff sometimes. So they did allow an exemption. So she's supposed to be able to use it. Okay. All right. Well, that was supposed to just be an update. That wasn't supposed to be no whole story. We just going to keep moving. I just look forward to the Simone Biles interview. Somebody going to do it. I feel like it's going to be like an Oprah or a Gayle. Who else could do it, y'all? Who else could do a Simone Biles sit down, let's talk about it interview? And I feel like I could see Oprah doing like a whole thing with like maybe Naomi Osaka. Yesterday, because y'all know I look at all of the Olympics. So I do not remember her name, so please forgive me. It is no disrespect. I don't remember the young lady's name, but she won the silver award in the hammer shot put. She won the silver award for the U.S. in shot putting, and she has also been very vocal about her mental health. She said that she was actually suicidal 2 years ago. And so she has been very vocal as well about mental health and and how it affects her and everything like that. And so I just feel like we're hearing more and more people be vocal about their stories. And so I definitely look forward to, again, once they get home and they get a couple of weeks to recuperate, I definitely feel like we're going to get an in-depth sit down, what really happened interview, and finding out that her aunt died while she was over there unexpectedly, I'm sure did not help whatever she was already struggling and dealing with. So definitely not Gail. Yeah, I don't want it to be Gail. But I feel like if there's an interview that Oprah don't want to do, she throws the alley-oop to Gail. But I feel like this is an interview she'd want to do. I feel like Oprah would want to do this interview. The USA Gymnastics Doctor Organization could have gotten Simone on something. So, right, that's what I'm saying. That part, I'm just not feeling like that's. I just don't feel like that's it. But again, I ain't there, and I'm not sure. Simone did an interview on 60 Minutes. But that don't count, Auntie Didi. You mean like because she ain't okay. Let me ask. Was that a interview she did before she left for the Olympics, or she talked to 60 Minutes while she's been there? Is that what you're saying? If she filled out and submitted, okay. You thought it was her mom that passed? Well, the article that I read said her aunt, unexpectedly her aunt. That was, you might be talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. That's the one whose mother. Yeah, prior to the Olympics. Yeah, we don't care about prior to the Olympics. I want to know, because I done seen interviews prior to the Olympics. I want to know what happened down to the Tokyo. All right. So that's an update on Simone Biles. An update on Peppa. Listen, we talked to y'all. I did a quick drop yesterday about Peppa. And that doctor wanting his money. Well, it looks like that they have put an actual lien on her assets for their money. Peppa, you better pay them people. Peppa, you better pay them people. They have put a lien on her assets, meaning any money she makes, they're going to get a piece of it until she finishes paying them off. Okay? You're talking about Raven. Oh, Raven Saunders. Thank you. That's the young lady's name. Thank you so much. Raven Saunders. Okay. That's who I'm talking about, who she won silver in shot put. And she's been very vocal about her mental health. Okay. Her name is Raven Saunders. Thank you so much, because I didn't remember her name and I didn't want to be disrespectful. What's up, Diamond Pearl? What's up, boo? The meds should have been addressed once she made the Olympic. Yeah, but according to what Abby is pulling up, she was able to still take her meds. She was able to still take her meds. So that's not it. That's not it. Right. Abby, that's funny. A lien on her assets. Yes, honey. They said we can't take our butt back, but this is what we can do. Okay. Ciao. So that's the update on that. I might do a quick drop on that one because we ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on her. Speaking of what we were just talking about, the U.S. Senate unanimously listen, this falls under the category of I'm kind of glad they did it, but it's shit we didn't ask for because we got more important shit we need to be dealing with. Okay, let me say one more time. I'm kind of glad they did it, but it's shit we didn't ask for because we got more important shit to deal with. That's what category this falls under. The U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution declaring November as Hip Hop History Month. Now, listen, I'm here for November being Hip Hop History Month, but let's be clear. We have bigger fish to fry. Y'all had time to vote on this, but we still waiting for an infrastructure bill. We still waiting on the moratorium on evictions to be extended. I'm still waiting to find out what y'all gonna do about my student loans. Y'all got bigger fish to fry over there. Again, I ain't mad about it because y'all just got finished talking about how much I love the early years of hip hop. I'm here for it, but we don't have bigger fish to fry. Like, we don't have more important shit to talk about. I'm just saying. How much did we say she owed, y'all? Wasn't it like, I don't want to exaggerate the number. Hold on. I don't want to exaggerate the number. I know it was over $300,000. I know it was over $300,000. $676,000. That's how much it was. Somebody left a comment on my video yesterday and said, well, I guess that's why everybody is going down. I guess that's why they're going down to South America, honey, for that kind of money. They will give us empty tokens. Right. Like, again, don't get me wrong. Okay, for somebody who grew up, like, hip-hop is a major part of my childhood, is the soundtrack of my, it's the soundtrack of my childhood. Well, part of it. So I'm here for it, but like, I could have lived if that wasn't something y'all did for another 3-4 years. Like, we're in the middle of a damn pandemic. Like legit, there's other shit we could be talking about. Anyway, I just thought I would pass it on to y'all. You haven't heard about packing the courts. Child, because the Democrats are in charge now. Now the Republicans are going to stop the shit from going through, even though they got whatever they wanted. Don't get me, listen, I'm going to let El Teddy give y'all that when he come back for his politics of it all. He can do that. He can, listen. Oh, no. All right, let's get to this. Under the category of Black Girl Magic, Rihanna is now officially certified billionaire. She is the first female, what they say, R&B artist to reach that status or something like that. I think they said she was the first R&B, well, not R&B, pop, whatever her category, whatever category they have her in, child, because Lord knows what they categorize Rihanna as. I don't know. But she is officially a billionaire. And we know that that's from Fenty. We know that comes from her Fenty empire. So all I'm going to say is this. Y'all better hold your breath on the new album. There's absolutely no incentive for her. There's absolutely no incentive for her to give y'all the album. Especially since y'all be hating. Y'all be hating on her music. Y'all know I love Riri. I ain't gonna call myself a stan, but I love me some Riri. Y'all know how I feel about Riri, girl. Lauren, I heard it, but we're not that they extended the moratorium on rent and mortgage. However, I feel like it's going to be challenged because I read it was an opinion piece where they were saying that it may or may not be legal or whatever. So I feel like if the Republicans feel like they can challenge it, they're going to challenge it. So we'll see what happens, child. Listen, Xavier, we may not never get another album. We may forget about reggae. We may not ever get another album. Although I feel like she is working on an album. I do feel like she's working on one. You love the queen of your island. I know that's right. She's number one. She's the number one entertainer after Oprah. But they're in two different categories. I wouldn't put Oprah in the entertainment. I mean, I would put Oprah more in. I would put her more in a journalist news category than even though she does entertainment news, I would put her more in, I don't know, but okay. It says for counties with high COVID cases. Oh, okay. It's very specific. I want the Fenty scent. Now they have the samples out, so I want to smell it before I invest. I'm sure to be $100 in buying it. I'm sure the 50 cent is gonna be at least $100. I'm sure it's gonna go up from there, but it's gonna at least be $100. So the samples are out. Like if you go on the website, if you order something, you'll get a free sample or whatever. So I'm gonna go by Sephora one day next week and see if they got some samples at the store. I don't feel like I want to order nothing right now, so I'm gonna just see if I can get me a sample. I think because Oprah has executive produced so many shows like Greeley. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, you see that the start date for Queen Sugar is September the 7th. The news, well, I wouldn't even feel like it's a new season. I feel like we just had a mid-season break. I feel like this season is going to, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be labeled a new season, but I feel like that last season was so short and rushed. I feel like this should just be considered like an extension of that last season, but okay. But September the 7th, so in about a month, and the trailer came out, so it looks like it's very interesting. Looks like we fast forwarded a few months because old girl is pregnant. Like when we left off, she just found out she was pregnant, and she pregnant. She looked like she about 7-8 months pregnant. So look like they fast forwarded about 6 or 7 months on us. So y'all go look at the trailer. From the trailer, it looked like Mr. Prosper's sick. And his daughter finally came. I was like, where you been all this time? But okay. It looked like Charlie and her ex-husband is having a secret affair. Like I said, old girl pregnant. And Ralph Angel behind on the mortgage. He behind on his payments. You know, y'all know what's gonna happen with that child. Charlie gonna find out and take care of it, child. Ain't nobody worried about him losing that land. And Steen is back. Baby. They left that to the end of the trailer, but Steen is back, honey. So I'm here for it. You know what? I'm gonna order me some Savage Fenty. I've never bought any Savage Fenty, but I've been inspired. Abby has inspired me to go buy some Savage Fenty, child. Oh, they only have 3 categories of entertainment, of billionaires, entertainment, white, and technology. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. How could I forget that part? And it looks like Micah's character is going to be questioning his sexuality. Yes. How did I forget that part, Xavier? Yes. Well, you know, the guy that plays Micah in real life is gay. So it looks like Micah's character is going to be questioning. I felt like they might have been going in that direction, but I didn't really want to say nothing yet. Riri can tell Jay-Z to take a seat because she's ahead of him on that list. You know, Rihanna don't hold back for nobody. Well, they said that Riri and that they used to get into it all the time. So I feel like Riri has always told Jay-Z to go take a seat. They said that they used to get into it all the time, child. And in a little bit more Black Girl Magic news, Angela Bassett lands a raise on 911 series, making $450,000 per episode. She may become the highest paid actress of color on any drama series. So shouts out to Angela Bassett. I don't know if you guys look at 911. I look at 911. I like it. It's a lot. It's a lot because it's always some old crazy gruesome stuff going on. But I do like the show. And she's also an executive producer on the show. So I'm sure that $450,000 is rolled in to her salary and her EP. But I ain't mad about it. $500,000 per episode. I ain't mad about it. Well, P-Valley is filming. I don't know who I lost my train of thought. I mean, I don't know the date, but I know they are filming. I know they are filming season 2. The guy who plays Micah is dating a light-skinned guy from When They See Us. Which light-skinned guy? There was a couple of them. I don't know which one you're talking about. I've seen pictures of him and his boyfriend. I've just never paid attention to who it is. But I've seen pictures with him and his boyfriend. All right. Well, let's get into a few. It was so much going on, y'all. I got all kinds of stuff here for y'all. Okay. All right. Where do I want to go next? Let's talk about Diddy for a second. All right. We're going to talk about, well, let me give y'all the update on the baby because I'm not spending a whole bunch of time on him today. The baby has issued a second apology, probably because nobody believed the first one, but Here's my issue with the baby. Well, on top of all the issues I have with the baby, let's be clear. But here's the thing. He was on his Instagram today eating some sort of fruit and playing a song that alludes to he ain't worried about nothing. He ain't sweating nothing. He ain't tripping off of none of this. So again, this is the reason why nobody cares about your apology, sir. Because you're not even trying to act like you give a fuck. But anyway, he is still being canceled and being dropped from, all of these different. I didn't realize there was so many damn festivals. I didn't know we had all these damn festivals going on all over the country. All I see is Super Spreader. But anyway, a group compromised, excuse me, I said compromised. I'm sorry, y'all. A group comprised of 11 organizations are offering to educate the baby about HIV/AIDS and LGBTQ plus issues. And then it goes on to list all those different organizations. I'm not about to sit here and read all of them, but y'all know GLAAD is in there. Y'all know it's a couple of black ones in there. The Black AIDS Institute. There's a few other in there. I'm not going to name all of them. But here's the problem, y'all. Stop in. Like, a part of me is like, yes, if he say he want to be educated, then yes, somebody go educate that fool. But then there's a part of me that's like, I don't think that's the issue here. I think he's just woefully ignorant because people tried to explain to him what he said was a problem and he just doubled down on it. So there's a part of me that's like, anyway. Yeah. Listen, Jermaine Dupri owes some taxes and the government coming for you. This is what I don't understand. Haven't we been here before with Jermaine Dupri? Didn't he have to file bankruptcy? Didn't he owe taxes before and allegedly Janet Jackson, who he was dating at the time, paid it for him? That's allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was what was going around. Did we not go through this with Jermaine Dupri before? Anyway, this past Sunday, Radar Online reported that Jermaine Dupri owes a large sum of cash to the IRS. Reportedly, the record producer owes $62,000 for his 2019 alone. Additionally, he owes $49,000 from 2013 to 2018. He's accused of owing $52,000 for 2013, $108 for 2014, $84 for 2015, $71 for 2016, $71 for 2017, and $105 for 2018. Y'all, I don't have no calculator in front of me, so I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like I'm about to do the math on that. But that's just a lot of fucking money. The court documents were filed back in July in Georgia. The IRS is reportedly threatening to seize Jermaine's assets to cover the bill. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we go through this with Jermaine before? Didn't we go through this with him before? I feel like back when he was dating Janet Jackson, so that was well over 10, 15 years ago that they were dating. It was a while ago. But I feel like well over 10 or 15 years ago, I feel like I remember hearing that Jermaine Dupri either had to file bankruptcy or almost filed bankruptcy. And like I said, allegedly they said that Janet paid it for him. Allegedly. That's what they said. Hold on, let me read this. Hold on. I'm sorry, by the way, people's attention set like Parallel will be canceled for long. Oh, you talking about? I like some of his music because okay, yeah, I'm talking about the baby. Okay, so I just missed some. I was reading something and then it's gone. Not Janet had to pay for his LASIK eye surgery. I'm not doing this with y'all. Yes, he had tax issues in the past when he was showing his home on MTV Cribs. Okay, thank you. Bankruptcy is for the rich. I don't think people realize how often. Oh yeah, bankruptcy. Yes, and listen, let me tell you something. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But let's be clear. Rich folk file bankruptcy like they like. I mean, look at Donald Trump. Look at how many times he's filed bankruptcy and he could care less about it. And the government will tack on interest. Yes. It's like, hey, Sims overdose. It's like the more these people have, the more they don't want to pay their bills. I really don't understand the mindset. I don't either. And again, when you make a lot of money, yes, you are going to owe taxes. There's just really no way around that. But write a check and keep it moving. And again, like I said the other day, the government will make payment arrangements with you. Yes, they're going to add interest. Of course, they're going to tack on interest. That's their business. But make some sort of payment arrangements. And again, if you owe that kind of money, that means you made that kind of money. You don't owe you don't owe $100 and something $1,000 in taxes if you didn't make more than $100 and something $1,000. And not for that many years consistently. Sir. April 15th is like December 25th comes every year like clockwork. You better say it one more time for the people in the back. You better say it one more time for the people in the back. Stay out of Magic City. Well, they say that he be down there, honey. Tax attorneys are very, very expensive, Jermaine. Right, they're expensive because they know their worth. They know that by the time you come to see them, baby, you in trouble. Trouble. All right, well, that's them. Okay. I just had to throw that out there, child. Apple is banning a dating and friendship app that is for unvaccinated people from its Apple Store. Unjected, which has been dubbed the Tinder for anti-vaxxers, is supposed to be a safe space for the unvaccinated to come together uncensored through business, friendship, or love. Apple is going to remove it from its Apple Store. Thank you, Apple, because that's just ignorant. Hey, Raquel, how are you? Right. You can pay your quarterly tax. Listen, don't get me wrong. None of us likes to pay taxes. None of us likes to pay taxes. But listen, it is what it is. I remember listening to the read, and that was something they had talked about, a lot of their money, they just get, tax doesn't come out, and that they literally have, they have someone that helped them with their taxes and told them what they needed to do. And they set aside a certain amount of money quarterly. They pay them quarterly. I mean, I don't know what they do now, but if you go back and listen to like older episodes of the read, they will put their money aside and they paid their taxes quarterly. And let's be clear, if you overpay, that's how people get refunds. But you sit down with somebody and you let them tell you what they estimate you're going to owe at the end of the year based on what you made last year. It's just an estimation. And if you break it down into quarterly and you send it to the IRS, listen, that's not to say you won't owe them anything at the end of the year, but it probably won't be as big of a impact. Right, unjected. I didn't even know this existed, child. Hey, Pinky Tiki. I didn't even know it. Listen, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know this existed. Okay? But they gonna get rid of it, child. Okay. All right. I told y'all I had a lot to throw at y'all today. It's been a lot going on. Sometimes it's nothing to talk about, and then other times it just seemed like every time I look up, today was one of them days. So, all right, Diddy. He did an interview with Vibe magazine, and he talked about some things, and he explained. Of course, he explained the loss of losing the love of his life, which I believe Kim Porter was absolutely the love of his life. I think he was just too stupid and too immature to accept it and live and accept the love and really be a good man to her consistently. But I absolutely believe, and unfortunately, a lot of us feel like we always have tomorrow. A lot of us feel like we always have tomorrow. And I think that unfortunately losing her, I think, gave him a different outlook on life. Like I'm seriously, and I know a lot of people don't really rock with him like that, but I do think Kim Porter was the love of his life. I just think a lot of us feel like we always have tomorrow, and we don't realize that no, we don't always have tomorrow. But anyway, he also explains why he changed his name. He changed his name again. He is now Love. I'm not calling him Love. I'm calling him Diddy because that's what I'm just going to call him. It ain't like I'm ever going to meet him in person and I'm going to call him Diddy and he going to correct me. Puff Daddy had just got through his East Coast, West Coast war. Nobody wanted to get in the room with me. They thought they were going to get shot. When I changed names, I put periods on those errors. He said that he's focused on his God-given purpose, which he says includes playing a part in saving the black race. Playing a part in saving the black race. I feel like God sent me. God put on my heart, what's your purpose? I was looking at all these things. It's preachers and just different people talking about purpose, because I was like, man, purpose is something deep. Have I really found my purpose? I know I'm making money and I'm successful and I'm changing the game, but it's that my purpose. And then I really prayed on it, and God told me, your purpose is to play a part in saving the black race. And then I immediately was like, I need to talk to Harry Belafonte. What? Wait a minute. I ain't read all this earlier, y'all. I didn't read this whole quote, because this ain't even the part I wanted to talk about. Oh my gosh. This not even the part I wanted to talk about. So God put it on your heart to say the black race, and the first person you thought you needed to call was Harry Belafonte. And that is no disrespect to Harry Belafonte. He was very instrumental in the civil rights movement. That is no disrespect. But that's the first person you thought about calling was Harry Belafonte? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. He also plans to launch an R&B only record label, but won't be signing any artists. That's the part I wanted to talk about. I didn't even read about the Harry Belafonte. I feel like R&B was abandoned. It's a part of our African American culture. And I'm not signing any artists, because if you know better, you do better. I'm doing a 50-50 partnership with pure transparency. That's the thing. So one of the things that Diddy is always criticized for is the deals that he signed to his artists back in the 90s and with Bad Boy and all of that. And so I feel like I do believe him when he says, when you know better, you do better. But I think part of that is because you really you can afford to not sign those types of deals anymore. You still built your empire on the backs of those artists. So here's the thing, Diddy, if you really want to impress me, not that you give a damn about impressing me, but if you really want to impress me, what I feel like you need to do is cut a check to all of those artists who you built your empire on their backs. Craig Mack isn't here anymore, but write a check to his family. The Locks. Okay, we talking about Jadakiss, the Locks, Total. Like, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Lil Kim, like all these people who helped you build your empire. Okay, so you know better, you do better. Why don't you go and just cut them a check? You can afford to do that. And I'm not saying that, I just feel like I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you. But before you move forward and you helping people in front of you, go back and help the people behind you. You see what I'm saying? Am I tripping? We say artists know better than to sign with Diddy. Okay. Right, exactly, Miss Honey. So he gonna sell his masters now? Yeah, you know he ain't never doing that. Just because he's partnered with another company doesn't mean he won't sell. That just means more people in on the scam. Well, daylight coming, the artists want to get paid. Give Biggie's catalog to his kids. Yes, that would be a good one. Give Biggie's. We get ready to talk about kids in a minute. That's a perfect segue because we about to talk about kids in a minute. Mary J. Blige was never signed to Diddy. Diddy don't owe Mary no money. She was signed. He was signed. Mary J. Blige was signed to Uptown Records. Diddy worked for Uptown Records, and he was her executive producer. But Diddy don't owe her no money. Let me not say Diddy don't owe her no money, but she was never signed to Bad Boy. He don't owe her that money. Let me say that. Let me be clear. Let me clear that up. He don't owe her Bad Boy money. I'm talking about all his Bad Boy artists. Right. Day 26, the band, Danity Kane. Yeah, it's a whole lot of people. One tail. Oh my goodness, y'all just exactly. He need to have a family reunion and just cut a check to everybody. He need to be like Christmas. He need to be like Scrooge on Christmas morning when he realized the meaning of life. That's what he need to be like. He need to be like Scrooge on Christmas morning, honey, and just cut checks to everybody. Mace, well, you know, Mace, him and Mason, they done already had child. That Mason already talked about how much money Diddy owe him. Yeah. So that, listen, I hadn't even read the Harry Belafonte part, y'all. That's the part I wanted to read to y'all, was that he said he was gonna sign 50-50 deals, and he know better, so he gonna do better, child. That's the part I was talking about. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Child. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. Whew, okay. I got 3 more stories. But let's talk about this one. Since we was talking about churn, let's talk about this one for a second. Dr. Dre's estranged oldest daughter says she hasn't seen him in 17 years and recently applied to work for a FedEx driver, and allegedly, she is living in her car. Now, Dr. Dre's estranged 38-year-old daughter. I need y'all to remember I said 38. 38-year-old daughter, Latanya, made headlines when she revealed that she allegedly had not seen him in 18 years and had applied for work as a FedEx driver to make ends meet. Well, it appears that since then things have gotten worse. She now claims to be homeless and that her children are living with family members due to Dr. Dre allegedly not sending her any money for the last 18 months. She said that he cut her off as a result of her doing interviews. Listen, we can be mad at Dr. Dre for a lot of stuff. Let's be clear. We can be mad at Dr. Dre for a lot of stuff. I am not one of those people that feels like just because your parents have money, you are entitled to their money. Dr. Dre might have been a shitty ass daddy. Absolutely. I don't know. That's fine. And I'm if she's 38, is this the daughter that he had with Miss Chalet? I don't know. But it's the daughter he had prior to the wife that he just divorced. Because they was married for 20 years. So, but unless the money you talking about that he cut you off from is money that he owe you from back child support, ma'am, your daddy is not obligated to take care of you. Just because your daddy is a billionaire, he is not obligated to send you a dime. You are almost 40 years old. You got 4 kids of your own. Ma'am, if the best you can do is FedEx, and ain't no shame in working at FedEx, go on, get your FedEx check on. I am not understanding. Are we supposed to feel sorry for her? Is that what we... Are we supposed to feel sorry for her? She said in 18 months. So give or take when your birthday is, whatever. So that means that your daddy was supporting you until you were 35, 36 years old. And like I said, y'all know I got my issues with Dr. Dre. I am no Dr. Dre fan, and Lord knows I don't want to defend him. But on this one, I'm not understanding on this one. I'm not understanding what you feel again, unless it is back child support. Now, if he owe you some back child support, then go get it. It's yours to go for it. But unless this is back child support that this man owes you, I'm not understanding why you living in your car because he cut you off is his problem. Now, let's be clear, as a daddy, it would be nice if he, cut you a check or let you live in one of his properties, or like it'd be nice if he did it. But he's not obligated. No parent is obligated to take care of their adult child. I don't ascribe to that. I'm sorry. I just don't ascribe, to that mindset. I do not. I just do not. Now, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice. I ain't gonna sit here and say it wouldn't be nice, but that's crazy. No has to give anything, but I'm wondering if she was raised with promises of support and prepared to work for a living. I don't know. Where's the child support for her kids? She's ridiculous. All these years and you ain't started non-business or bought any property or anything. Child. I just don't, like I said, when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, damn. But then when I saw 38, I stopped caring. After I saw 38, I stopped caring. I was like, oh, 38. Oh, man. No. Sorry. I remember a long time ago, Warren Buffett. I remember looking at an interview with Warren Buffett. Y'all know Warren Buffett, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. One of the richest men in the world. At one point, he was the richest man, but he's not anymore. But he's in the top 5, I'm pretty certain, if not top 10. Either way, billionaire. And his kids are grown now, right? His kids are he's a great grandfather at this point. I remember him saying in an interview that he's not leaving his kids anything. And he said, I'm not leaving my kids anything because I prepared my kids. I gave my kids the best of everything to help them be successful. They went to the best schools. They were exposed to all of the right things and all of the right people. It is their job to make their way through in the world. And his children are pretty successful. His kids have done some great things as well. One of his sons works in is really big on I don't know, the environment, doing stuff environmentally. Like he has like wind farms and stuff like that, and nonprofits and things like that. Right. Yeah, I mean, listen. You raise your children to be able to thrive on their own. That doesn't mean don't help, but I be changing wheels. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see what Xavier said. I just feel like in regards to Black people and generational wealth, supporting your children is the only way to do it. That's not true. No. Creating generational wealth is giving your children the tools to create wealth. No, that's not how you create generational wealth. No. Part of the reason why we haven't created generational wealth is because we don't teach our children how to make the money. Because what ends up happening is because even when they get certain things, they don't know what to do with it. So no, part of creating generational wealth is education. For example, when grandma leave us her house, we so quick to sell it and make a quick buck instead of holding on to the house, fixing the house up, and renting the house out. And we did it in my family. We did it in my family because nobody wanted grandma's house. We sold it. They fixed that house up, and I'm sure they resold it for probably twice what they paid my family for it. But that's what we do. No, generational wealth is not about handing out money. Even in families, like when you look at big business families from the turn of the century, they are living off of the interest of the money that their family made. But all of them, again, that goes back to what Warren Buffett said. My kids went to the best schools and they got the education. They know what to do. Now, whether they choose to do it or not, that's on them. That doesn't mean that he didn't give them a trust fund when they became of age, and whatever they do with that money, they do with that money. But he's just saying that when he died, Bill Gates said the same thing. Bill Gates said he's not leaving his kids no money. He said that he's leaving his kids a couple of $1 million, and that is it. And for Bill Gates, that ain't no money. I mean, him leaving his kids a couple of $1 million is like my parents leaving me $20. Okay, that ain't no money. And so that's yeah. Yeah, Bill Gates said he ain't leaving his kids no money, no ma'am. Bill Gates said each one of his kids is getting $6 million apiece, and the rest goes to his foundation. If they dispute it, they forfeit them out. There you go. If they dispute it, they forfeit it. This means to me the rich is completely useless if you are not taking care of your family, donating to charity, and even spending out of control with these points. At these points, I don't understand what that means. Money isn't an issue in terms of building wealth. There's no reason he hasn't brought his kids along and mentored them. Where's the relationship? Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, again, I'm not defending whether Dr. Dre has been a good father. Trust me, that is never going to be a question. All I'm saying is he's not obligated. Now, would it be nice? Yeah. Would it be great that he takes his kids and have them working for his corporation and all of that? Sure. But what we also don't know is the whole story. Just like, remember when Lawrence Fishburne's daughter went public and decided to do porn and all that, and she made it seem like he was the worst father since sliced bread, but then come to find out later that she had drug problems and the family had been trying to help her, and it was deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always get the whole story when we get these headlines. And again, I'm not saying that Dr. Dre is innocent by any stretch of the imagination. But what I'm saying is that we don't always get the whole story. But yeah, creating generational wealth is about education and people doing it, you know. Yeah, in my opinion. Bill Gates' wife is fighting that now. What's she fighting? The will? And my thing is this, again, something that would be nice for somebody to do versus something that they're obligated to do is two different things. I'm sorry, he's not obligated to take care of his 38-year-old daughter. Would it be nice to make sure that his daughter was good and his grandkids weren't living with, spread out living with family members? Sure, it would be nice. But y'all act like Dr. Dre is a nice person. I don't know why. Y'all, I'm sorry if I'm missing y'all comments today. The chat isn't moving, and every time I scroll, I go to scroll down, it's like a bunch of comments. So I'm sorry. Generational wealth is knowledge, connections, assets, and marrying other wealthy people. Yeah. Yep. Generational wealth is not, oh, my parents write my checks. Because here's the problem with that. If somebody is always taking care of you, then you still don't respect it. If someone is taking care of you, you don't respect what you're getting because you didn't earn it and it's not yours. And you don't understand the value of it. But when you look at these big families, they keep it in the family, you know? So yeah, it would be nice if Dr. Dre had his children working for him in his company. But again, we don't know the whole story. Giving handouts comes with responsibilities and expectations. Listen, we live in my grandparents' house. That's what they wanted. People try all the time to get us to sell. The answer is no. Yeah, exactly. Bill Gates' wife is fighting for their kids to inherit more now that they're getting divorced. That's interesting. And she may be able to get it changed. I don't know if she can or not, but she may be able to get it changed, child. I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. But I looked at that and I just thought that was crazy. I was like, 38 years old, child. Y'all, we might have to do a whole nother live on this one. I may have to just do a whole nother live on this. Let me, okay, I got 2 more things and we're going to get out of here. I told y'all it was a lot today. And since I'm not going to be here till Sunday, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and try to get through all of this. This falls under entitled white people news. Okay. This is falling under entitled white people news. Okay. Bezos has his children working at Amazon, working their way up. They have to do all the hard labor and learn in the process, child. That's what Angela Channing did to Lance. That's my Falcon Crest reference. Anyway. Frontier passenger allegedly touched 2 flight attendants' breasts, then screamed his parents are worth $2 million before punching a flight attendant. Frontier suspended the crew for duct taping the passenger to his seat as they landed in Miami. 22-year-old Max Berry is in custody. So let's break this down. There are a couple of things in this story that we need to address. First of all, your parents ain't worth $2 million anymore because you about to get sued. Okay. You about to get sued by at least 3 people. You're going to get sued by them 2 women whose breasts you touched and the person you punched. So they not worth $2 million no more. Okay. Because you about to get him some of that money. Now that's number 1. Thank you, Miss Honey. That's number 1. Okay. Okay. You know what, Pinky Tiki? That's a good question too. Why the hell is he on Frontier? If your parents are worth $2 million, why the hell are you on Frontier? Hell, I don't even want to fly Frontier, and I don't have $2 million. Let's be clear. So there you go. That was one of the questions I wasn't even going to ask, but that's a question. We can put that on the list. We can put that on the list of questions. We can put that on the list, okay? The ring is back. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, is it gone? Is it gone now? Let me know if it's gone. Okay, it's gone now. Okay, all right, it's gone now. Okay. Did it come back? Did it come back? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it does that from time to time, but at least I know how to fix it now, y'all. Okay, thank you. Now, at least I know how to fix it. Knock on wood. At least I know how to fix it. Okay. So that's the first issue. Okay, why are you on Frontier? That's fine. We can say that. That's one. Okay. Why are you on Frontier? The second issue is I thought they told us that on every single flight, that there's an air marshal. Does that not include Spirit and Frontier? Because it seems to me like the air marshal should have taken control of this situation. Because for them to feel like they had to duct tape this person to his seat, that tells me that there was not an air marshal on board to regulate the situation. So I thought that every flight had an air marshal. I could have sworn that's what they told us. Now, is this a victim of cutbacks and everything as a result of the Rona? Is that what it is? That maybe that we don't, because I'm more nervous about the fact that now what I thought was the case ain't the case, because I'm just saying. I mean, you know, and that's a serious question, because the one thing that I've always felt good about getting on a flight was knowing that somewhere on this flight there's an air marshal. We good. Something go down. Boop, boop, boop. That's why Frontier and Spirit said it's so cheap. They not paying the air marshal. Is that what it is? I didn't know they paid the air marshals. I didn't know they paid the air marshals. I thought that was a federal agency situation. Child. So that was my question. Where the hell was the air marshal? Okay. My third question is, or really fourth question, I guess. Why were they wrong for duct taping him? He sounded like he was out of control on the damn plane. What the fuck was he? What? Seriously, what were they supposed to do? Now, I feel like they probably just could have knocked him out cold. Somebody could have just punched the shit out of him and he could have just been knocked out cold. I'm just saying. No, the crew doesn't have, to my knowledge, the crew doesn't have handcuffs. To my knowledge, I can't say that to be a fact. To my knowledge, the crew doesn't have handcuffs. But that's, I don't know. Airplanes seem to continue to struggle financially. They cut this and they cut that. It never stops. Child, I never believed there was an air marshal on every flight. There are thousands of flights a day. How many air marshals are there? Well, Delta don't have air marshals there. Oh, Lord. Sheesh. This just confirms there's always been in Spirit. No matter how broke I get, Frontier and Spirit are not an option. Listen. Okay. Listen, I just had that conversation with Abby a couple of weeks ago, child. And then my other question is, how in the hell did they get to duct tape this man? Like, how many people was holding him down while they was duct taping him? Like, for real. How many people had to hold him down for them to duct tape him? And who had the damn duct tape? Where the fuck did the duct tape come from? Now I'm worried about what they using the duct tape for down to the Spirit Frontier Airlines. Is the duct tape holding the seats together? Where did the duct tape come from? Like, how you just randomly had duct tape on the flight? If they knock him out, that's an assault. I mean, that's true. But I feel like the flight attendant that he hit, I feel like would have been qualified. I don't know. Flight attendants and pilots need to be combat trained. What duct tape was there? Drag queen on board. They using duct tape to hold the plane together, child. That's what I feel like. Child. Remember that man on Delta who threatened the big ass passengers and attendants held him down? Yes, honey. The duct tape was for the wings. Lord have mercy. Not the duct tapes were for the wings. Child. I'm telling y'all, I read that thing and I said, and y'all know he was a white boy. Y'all know he was a white boy. I said, what the hell? So I personally, the question was, were they wrong for duct taping him? I don't think they was wrong for duct taping him. I think they were perfectly within their rights to do exactly what they did. I think they were perfectly within their rights to do exactly what they did. Okay. Now listen, I said that I was gonna make this another live. I think I'm gonna have to make this another live. We're gonna talk about, I don't know. Child. I know I'm not gonna have time to go live until Sunday. I really want to talk about this. Oh Lord. You probably heard taking it off. Yeah, sure did. Duct tape ain't no fun. All right, listen, I'm going to just throw this out there and we're going to talk about this later. I'm going to throw it out there and then I'm going to table the topic and we're going to talk about it later. Now, Tabitha spoke about this last week. Shouts out to Tabitha Speaks, y'all. She spoke about this last week last week. Or was it earlier this week? I think it was last week. And I didn't really touch on it. So y'all can go and catch her live from last week when she kind of went into detail about what's the girl named Mila Kunos and Ashton Kutcher say that they don't bathe their children regularly. And she said that she just takes like a whole bath. Y'all know what a whole bath is. Y'all know what a whole bath is? Is your parents raised y'all with that terminology? My grandmother used to call it a whole bath, child. Where you just, you wash up in the sink, use your washcloth to hit the hot spots and keep it moving. Listen, sometimes that's all you got time for. Shit happens, okay? But I think the vast majority of people take a shower every day. Probably more than one a day, okay? But so there has been a debate ever since then. So Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, who have a new TV show coming on NBC, and I'm sure that they had this conversation while they were doing press for this. They say that they wait for the stink before they bathe their kids. You wait until you can smell your children before you feel like it's appropriate to put some soap on their ass. Exactly. And y'all wonder why we can't get a handle on the Rona. Y'all, we'll have a deeper conversation later. I don't have the time to go deep into this, but just know that we will revisit this. Maybe on Sunday when I come back, we will revisit this. Abby, remind me that we are going to revisit this on Sunday because I feel like I just feel like we need time to have this conversation. Now, if you want to go back and listen to, we had this conversation over on Tabitha Speaks. It is in her title. Look for her. I think it was from last week, and look for her title on that has Ashton Kutcher in the title. She had a whole conversation. Right. Adrienne Bowling talking about some she don't wash her hands in the bathroom unless she do the number 2. What? Do you not wipe yourself either? Well, that's the thing. The fact that they said out loud lets you know that they don't think it's anything wrong with it, which means that they live in a community where there's nothing wrong with that, which means that, let me be clear. If how do I say this delicately? If I'm dating someone new, okay, and we spend a 24 to 48 hour time period together straight through consistently, you ain't got but one time to not put no soap to your ass in that window. You ain't got but one time. Let me be with you for a 48 hour time period and I don't see you put no soap to your ass. That's it. That's all. We good. I'm done. Have a nice life. And that's the bigger problem. You're teaching that to your kids. You are teaching your kids that that is okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay. Anyway, y'all. That's why you can't eat from everybody's house. Exactly. That's why you can't listen. Everybody ain't what you are. That's all I can say about that. Everybody ain't you. Anyway, with that being said, y'all, please get over and get y'all some good Avon. Thank you for asking for the membership link. Mods, can y'all drop the membership link one more time in the chat, please? And Abby or somebody, can one of y'all drop the Avon link, please, if y'all have it. If not, I'll drop the link. Y'all, thank y'all so much for supporting that. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you are subscribing. That would be great. Hit that like button on your way out the door. I will probably, like I said, not be back until Sunday because the next 72 hours, I just got a lot to do. And I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm going to try to get some well, I'm gonna do some reviews tonight, and maybe Friday night when I get home from the rehearsal dinner, I might have time to put up a couple of reviews. But other than that, I will see y'all on Sunday. Thank you, Markel. Yes, I got to take care of that too. Yep, I have a project for Markel. Yes, I have to take care of that as well. All right. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.